the beat up a little bit. Hey yo, hey yo. I am for real. Sing it. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a million times. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Sing it. Yeah, 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 yeah. About to go down. Break it down. Can't deny me. Why would you want to? You need me. Why don't you try me? Baby, you want to. Believe me. Tired of going down, tired of myself, tired of this town.
Yeah, Freestyle Friday number 17. My name is E-Double, his name is Tom Petty, and here we go. Small pond, big pond, the fish are the only difference. City out of harmony, lingering on the dissonance. Fishermen wrapping up citizens with their fishing nets. Sometimes chemicals, some Play-Doh imprisonment. Dissidents laughing at themselves as if they had a voice. Acting like technology really gives them a better choice. Protect the borders as we stack up our elitism. Defeatism is what we pretend that we keep believing in. I'm straddling both lines, the quietest revolt. Politicians fake like they caring that we vote. Legalese verbose, cause if it's plain English, then that's ADD riddle, and riddle children might get it. And if they do, then you're fucked. When they know what's up, you might start seeing public servants dressed as little.
Welcome into Coffee with Peepaw. It's been a while, but I was blessed enough to be able to be allowed to work from home for the next couple of days. Have a little show this morning. I don't know if I have one tomorrow or not. We'll have to wait to see what the Twitter gods give us. But anyway, so I've got a little show today. But anyway, let's just get into what's most important. I've got some subs to give away. So we'll just do that and get that right out of the way. Get all that hubbubaloo that goes on with all that. The alerts and this, that, and whatever else. And let's see, we're going to get the...
I like beer.
There we go. There we go.
I like beer.
And
I like beer.
boom, there we go. All the memberships given out for the month.
I like beer.
I know we're a little bit late. We're about halfway through the month, but
I like
anyway,
beer.
it's okay. It's a better late than never. Better late than never, I always say, right?
Beer.
So anyway,
I like beer.
yes, Bobby.
I
You like beer. You like beer. We like everybody likes beer. Beer's good for you.
I like beer.
Beer's good.
I
Okay.
like beer.
Okay, I think that's the last one. This is the last one. Okay. All right. So before we get into you guys know what we do here. Come on. You guys know what we do here. So when you thought coffee would help, but you're still annoyed by everyone. Well, that's pretty much me in a nutshell. It is. Why is my head cut off? Yeah. Let me adjust. Hang on here. Come here, camera. Oh boy. Is that better? I don't know. Well, we'll see. Yeah, when you thought coffee was, but you're still annoyed by everybody. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Well, what the hair? I don't know. I might. See, this is what happened. This is what happens when you don't stream on the regular basis anymore. And people think you just fell off the world and you died. And that's not really what happened at all. Just had to start going to the office the other day, but whatever. All right, so let's get into, let's see here. Let me get this over here kind of. Oh, Lord. I will do this here. I think we'll do this here. We'll do this kind of like, we'll do it like this. Yeah, a little bit easier for me to go this, like this. Okay, here we go. All right. So we're going to be talking about these three gentlemen right here. Where is this here? Let me fix, because this is bothering me. Hang on a second, guys. There we go. Okay, get that. Let me drag this up just a smidge like that. Down like that. Okay, I think we got everything back in where we need to be. Okay. So these three gentlemen are right here. We got Jackson Holman, Charlie Holman, they're brothers, and then we have Robert Ellard. Literally, Moe, Larry, and Curly. And if you guys don't know who the Three Stooges are, let me just, because that's the title of the stream today, the Three Stooges. Three Stooges, here we go. This here. There we go. I'll pull these guys right over here. Close that out. So, look here. See? Moe, Larry, right? Curly. There you go. Moe, Larry, and Curly. Well, what did Moe, Larry, and Curly, or Jackson Holman, Charlie Holman, and Robert Ellard do? Well, okay. So on September the 21st, 2025, here in Arkansas, this happened not too far from where I actually live, y'all. And this is why we're talking about this. Because I really think here recently, my fellow Arkansans are trying to compete with the Florida people. We want to have Florida men, but we're going to call them Arkansas men, I guess. For some of the most stupid, some of the most dumbassery that has ever existed. Okay? All right, so this happened on the 21st of September. So just Not even, listen, not even a month ago this happened, right? So what happened was these three guys here, right? And I don't know who the leader of this crew is. I'm going to say, go out on him, probably say it was Robert Ellard here. He's the oldest of the crew. He's 54 years old. Jackson Holman here, he was 23. And Charlie Holman, he's 19. So, like I said, I'm going to say probably Robert here was probably the oldest. Or not was probably the oldest, but he was probably the ringleader of this deal. But anyway. So, these three fine specimens of my fellow Arkansans, they were at a party. Now, also at this party was a young lady who was a underage, under the age of 18, so therefore she's a minor, so her name's not given, as well as her boyfriend, who was also a minor. And this is where, so we're going to get in the weeds here just a smidge, but essentially what happened is the victim, the underage male, was dating the underage girl, right? Nothing shady there. They're both like 17 or whatever it was, and they're dating each other. Cool. Everything's copacetic there. Typical high school romance. You know, I love you forever, huggy, smoochy, kissies, and all that crap, right? Okay. Well, it turns out that the girl's older brother had, I guess, recently passed. And I'm not for sure which one of these cats was the Holman brothers were friends with this guy, the brother that passed. And anyway, for reason unbeknownst or not revealed in the news article, these three decided to, at this party, kidnap the victim, the boyfriend, kidnap him. They kidnapped him at gunpoint. And while they were driving them to another location, a house with a basement in it, they threw his phone into a body of water so as to prevent anyone from being able to track them, call him, you name it, right? Because, you know, find my phone is a thing. And so they didn't want nobody finding nobody. And so they take the phone and they pitch it into a body of water, therefore killing the phone. They take the said victim to this undisclosed location, and they tie him up. And they proceed to force him to play Russian roulette. The whole time telling him that he's going to quit dating this girl. I kid you not, this 54-year-old man, along with a 19-year-old boy or young man, and then a 18-year-old young man, 18, 19, and a 54-year-old man, sat there and forced this underage young man to play Russian roulette, all because he's dating this girl. Now, supposedly, one of these guys, I don't know if it's Jackson or Charlie, the Holman brothers, was, I guess, good friends with the brother of the girl who passed away, the young man that passed away. Anyway, they were buddies with him, and so the story doesn't say. So all we're left to do is to speculate. But my question or speculation is, was this a deal where they wanted to date the girl and she had a boyfriend, and so they were trying to break him up? I don't know. The story doesn't go that deep into it. But anyway, they keep him tied up and force him to do this. Now, eventually they take and they drive him and drop him off at North Little Rock High School. They drop him off at North Little Rock High School. And And then one of the suspects here, I'm not sure which one, the story doesn't say, contacts his girlfriend, the very one that they told him to quit seeing, to come get him. Now that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? I mean, again, like I said, these guys were rocket scientists, guys. These guys were like brainiacs. And so the girlfriend comes and gets the boy. And then the boy with his parents go to the police station. They file a report and everything. And the boy tells the police who it was that kidnapped him and forced him to play the little game or whatever. So the Sherwood Police Department, along with a SWAT team, go to the house where he was being held captive, and they execute a search warrant, and they find, let me get this right here, they found a shotgun, pistol, 2 electrical cords that were suspected in being used to commit this, they used to tie him up with, and some .38 special ammo as evidence, all evidence of this alleged crime that occurred. So this guy here, Robert Ellard, right, 54 years old, was the director of financial aid at the University of Arkansas Pulaski Technical College. Okay, he was terminated. His employment was terminated once he was arrested. Now, the guy was the financial. He was the director of financial aid for a college. Let that sink in. This guy was gainfully employed as the financial aid director for Pulaski Technical College. They're in Little Rock, Arkansas, and got in on this deal into a kidnapping / Russian roulette just so this guy would quit dating a girl. This is the most idiotic shit I've ever heard in my life. So all 3 are facing charges. Here's what they're facing. 3 felony charges: aggravated robbery, kidnapping, and terroristic threatening. And all 3 are currently being held at the Pulaski County Jail on bond for $50,000 each. Now here's where it gets really wild. The girlfriend, right? The woman this whole thing was centered around, saw. Okay, it says the victim's girlfriend, who knew the suspects as, quote, friends of her deceased brother, she saw the kidnapping, but was, quote, too afraid to report it initially. Why? Why were you I don't, anyway, young girl, she's, like I said, 16, 17, whatever it was, years of age. So, yeah, okay, maybe so, whatever. Also, the police was able to obtain even more evidence because they had these 3, hang on here. They had these 3 Einsteins right here on camera dropping the victim off at the high school because the school had cameras. So, of course, they had. It's just, anyway. I know. Probably a lot of you guys can watch this and you don't care anything about this, but hey, you know what it's not? It's not talking about Collargate. It's not talking about Hassan and his dog. Oh my Lord, what a story that is. But like I say, there's lots of other people that can tell you about that. I'm not going to be that guy. But anyway, so that pretty much wraps up that story. It was a short one, but it happened here close to where I live. And, the level of insanity, and I don't know what, honestly, I can't. The 18-year-old and 19-year-old, I could see, they're still, their gray matter hasn't fully, congealed yet. So I can kind of maybe see a little bit of why they might have a thought process like this. But the other dude, come on, Robert, you're 54 years old, dude. You're 54 years old. You had a great job, financial aid director at Pulaski Technical College, and you squandered it all because you wanted to break a couple of teenagers up from dating each other. Good gracious sakes. That's just insane. That's just insane. Absolutely positively insane. Okay, so I got a little bit of an update. You know, back, I don't know how long it's been now, 3 weeks ago or something like that, I did a story about this guy who helped this content creator. You know, this content creator goes gave, you know, what we call it, this was the one in Detroit where they wound up giving like $100,000 and a new vehicle, and what, you know, Detroit Pond was a part of it and all that. Remember that story? Hang on here. Let me see if I can, because I have so many videos on my YouTube channel. I'm sure I won't ever be able to find it, right? Let's see here. Go to my channel. Go to live. Yeah, right here. Right here. Bring this up on the thing here. Yeah, right here. Elderly man receives $100,000 kidnap, rob. MD motivator. He helps the guy, you know, raise $100,000. Remember that? They through community funding and stuff. Remember that story? 3 weeks ago it says. Wow, 56 views. Awesome. Anyway, so that's the story. I've got a little update for you guys on this. Okay, got a little update for you. So it turns out, because remember he was drug all over the place, and they burned his vehicle down, and they wound up getting him to pull like $400 or $4,000, I think it was, or something like that, out of his ATM and what have you. Right. All right. Well, it seems here that five are facing charges after Detroit man kidnapped, beaten, robbed following the viral video, which is one where the influencer made the video about it, whatever, right? So a man was found beaten beside his burning SUV on Labor Day, whose wife was tied up during a home invasion, is at the center of alleged kidnapping and theft plot. Now has 5 people facing federal charges, authorities said. Task force officers with Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives have identified Roland Terrell Chapman, Lisa Lopez Martinez, Lasha Ann Stroman, Daniqua Janice Stroman, and Kenneth Paul Anderson as suspects in the alleged plot. The defendants appeared in court on Friday, September 26th, for charges of conspiracy to commit kidnapping. According to court records, investigators say the case began to take shape after a video of the victims receiving a large sum of money from a popular social media influencer went viral in August. ATF agents used the viral clip as part of a broader probe into the incidents, which included the torched SUV, the abduction, and reported plot to steal thousands of dollars from the Detroit resident. According to court records or documents, the string of events on and around September 1st began with Lopez Martinez approached the victim in a parking lot on West Verner, claiming she had car trouble and needed a ride. When the victim arrived in Detroit's east side, investigators alleged several suspects appeared with guns, tied the victim up, pulled his shirt over his head, robbed him, and threatened to kill his wife. A short time later, investigators say 2 other armed suspects ambushed a couple at their home, tied up the victim's wife, and stole a safe. The victim's SUV was later found torched. He was left bound and injured beside the burning vehicle. Evidence compiled by federal agents over the course of about a month, authorities said, included GPS data, surveillance video, ATM footage, and phone call logs. The ATF agents allege video and ATM surveillance video shows Lopez Martinez driving the victim's SUV, withdrawing money from his bank account, while Stroman was allegedly captured on camera using the victim's cards at ATMs. Phone records, investigators say, captured the conversations about the large sum of money between Chapman and family members, including a brother who is currently incarcerated. Neighbors expressed shock and heartbreak upon learning that some alleged suspects may be related to the victim. This is all shocking, said neighbor Christian Peterson, to find out that his own family got something to do with that. It's heartbreaking, man. Yeah. So, we covered that, like I said, about 3 weeks ago, and it was something didn't make sense, right? And it turned out it was his own family. His own family did it to him. Wow. That's absolutely insane. Absolutely, positively insane. But, anyway. Yeah. So how many of you guys have ever heard of a band called the Smashing Pumpkins? Huh, chat? Well, anyway, did you know that Billy Corgan of the Smashing Pumpkins and comedian Bill Burr were brothers? They share the same father. They are the same age, but they really don't know each other. So check this out. Let's see here. I don't know which one to use on this one. Is this the one? Yeah, we'll use this one here. This is fine.
Hey, what's up?
Sit down.
You're an asshole.
Billy Corgan. Billy Corgan.
Yeah.
I'm an asshole?
Yeah,
I thought this would be great to bring a family together.
Well, he didn't tell you. He told me you were totally cool with me coming.
That's what he does. That's what he does.
I thought it would be a good surprise.
So this is on the Howie Mandel podcast that he does with his daughter. And so he had Bill Burr on. And then Billy Corgan, who is of the Smashing Pumpkins. And when I first saw this, I thought, okay, this is just a comedic bit. This was kind of a comedic bit because, Howie Mandel's a comedian, Bill Burr's a comedian. I really don't know much about Corgan from the Pumpkins, but he does, he does have a striking resemblance to Bill Burr. And so I thought, well, okay, this is just a bit. But the longer this video went on, the more I watched, I was like, this is not a bit. This is actually like some real live, like trauma, family trauma kind of thing that occurred. So anyway, let's finish watching.
Can this be like edited out or no?
I can go. I mean, you told me Bill was.
All right, fuck it. No, I'll do it. Like, did you ever think the fact that I never told that story, that, maybe you shouldn't? Did you ever, how many fucking like emails and crap that I got? Like, I sort of like went away from that.
So let me just fill in. Let me just fill in.
Do we talk on a regular basis?
We've never met.
So Billy Corgan was nice enough on my podcast to talk about the fact that he told a story that he had never told before, that his father traveled.
My stepmother said to me, do you know who Bill Burr is? Bill Burr might be one of the children that your father sired in his days on being a traveling musician.
If you do the math.
So evidently, Mr. Corgan there, who, like I said, just Smashing Pumpkins, whatever, his father was a musician as well, traveling, quasi-famous, musician. And evidently his dad was on the road. He lived the musician lifestyle. And I guess he fathered other children. And this is and that's not a new story. That's a story that's been, played out time and time again throughout the history of mankind. But this one has a little bit of a twist to it, as audience is going to hear here.
He was a piece of shit. And he had two kids this close together, and he named them the same fucking name. He thinks it's different because he's Billy and I'm Bill. Like, that's how he told the difference.
Well, I was Bill when I was young. But you're right. I mean, with all respect.
I just thought,
All right,
I
well,
don't-
whatever. You know, it's not that I don't like him. It reminds me of all of that shit. So, you know, it's
It,
like
it just seems more of the same from what I've been hearing.
All right, whatever. I mean, I like your music.
Appreciate that.
Okay, great.
would you? Oh, you know what would be cool if you let your brother play drums.
Well, the fact that he said he can't sing, I think that sort of disproves that we're related.
Come on.
Because I'm not funny, right? You know what I mean? So it goes both ways.
Listen, you've done well for yourself. I'm happy for you. You know, but I just would prefer if you just kind of didn't
Fuck
go
off.
around. No, not telling these fucking stories. Like, why did you feel the need to do that?
Okay, can I give you the setup on all this? Because it's his fault.
You can do whatever you want because you kind
No,
of
I'm trying to
already
be
did that.
Okay, I'm trying to be respectful.
Now
'Cause
you are.
Okay, no, wait. He told me you were cool
You're a
with me.
Cubs fan? That fucking tracks.
I gotta send this to that reminds me. I gotta send this to my buddy Dead on Dave. I think he would appreciate this clip.
Theo Epstein.
Fucking Wrigleyville. Bunch of cunts. Southside's where it's at. What's up?
Do you want to tell the story?
Yes.
Okay. So, you know, he owns about 80 buildings in this area. I don't know if you know how rich he is. But anyway, so I was working in another building, and I came out the building, and the first thing he said to me was, "Here comes Bill Burr." And I said, "Do you know that story somehow?" He said, "What story?" So I told him privately that story.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Oh, you got to say this on the air."
Yeah, but he always does that. Because that's the thing. He's bringing in here not because he's trying to heal the bullshit that we went through growing up. He's getting here just for the fucking ratings. I mean, the guy literally accepted a fucking award in the middle of a podcast. I'm supposed to be promoting my special, and he's over here like...
You can do it. March 14th on Hulu.
Like, that's going to help now?
I still love you, though. Even though you did
But
this.
it's not about
Okay,
me.
so now what was...
So, you know, here's the thing. Like I said, I to me there was some genuine hostility there, right? But man, could you imagine that you've got this estranged brother? Because Bill says he never even talked to this guy before, really, right? They don't really have any kind of a life. They don't have any type of connection, communication. It's just not, you know, there's no relationship there because, you know, Bill Burr says, you know, his dad was an asshole. Evidently, he fathered several kids everywhere, just had kids everywhere. And, you know, he was just like, you know, and he didn't really want that story, I guess. And I could see why. It's a very personal story. Why would you want that story out? And his half brother, evidently, there goes on Howie Mandel's podcast and tells it, you know. And he says, yeah, he tells how, yeah, I still love you, but you know, he's not real happy about this. He's like, you know, kind of like, you know, fuck you, buddy. You know, this, you know. So anyway, I just found that interesting. I don't know if you guys looked it up. I did. So I wanted to share it with you guys. All right. Don't know if any of you guys saw this or not, but YouTube kind of got into some heat recently, we'll say that, because they were called to testify before Senate subcommittee up at Congress. They're up in Washington, D.C. They got called up there just for the shutdown, all that. They got their hands snapped. Bad boys, yeah. And they said, you know, yeah, we kind of terminated some channels and we took down some videos under pressure from the former administration because they were talking about things that the former administration didn't want to be talked about. Other words, silencing free speech. And really, there was nothing on there that was against, per se, against terms of service. This was just stifling of a narrative or a voice that the former administration didn't like. And they said, hey, we're going to start reinstating channels, you know. And of course, right off the bat, there was some people like, I think, Nick Fuentes and who's that other crazy dude? I can't remember his name. Real idiot. Was, I'm kind of retarded. Anyway, he got sued for like a gazillion dollars because he Sandy Hook. But you know who I'm talking about, chat. They immediately filed to have their channel, reinstate, create a YouTube channel, whatever again. And then, of course, those channels got turned and got axed immediately. And of course, he was like, well, you said that. And then YouTube goes, well, this is a pilot program and we'll slowly be rolling this out. Alex Jones, thank you, Trippy. Thank you, buddy. And, we're going to slowly roll this out, and this is going to, this is going to be a slow roll or whatever. And of course, people speculate, does that mean Leafy is here going to be restored? This, that, what? They don't know. You don't know when. Well, they recently reinstated Low Tier God's channel. So, a quote here from Low Tier God says, after being wrongfully banned on YouTube on December 22nd, 2022, over something minor, after all these years, I've officially been cleared to return. Unfortunately, everything is at 0. Subscribe to new channels. More updates soon. Thank you. Bad decision. Yeah, bad decision. So, anyway, so there are going to be some creators that I guess were banned. There's going to be videos that are going to be restored. Who, what, when, where, so on and so forth. Who knows? I don't know. The Lord only knows. That and YouTube. YouTube only knows. But anyway, there's one that I saw come up through my Twitter feed, that got restored. So I guess good for him. That you guys, he's able to get a channel back or whatever. It's one of these deals where quite honestly, I don't know anything about Low Tier God. I don't know what kind of a person he is. I'm sure at some point in time back in my heyday when I was really talking about the hot topics of the day and I probably talked about this guy, but honestly, I don't remember anything about it. If I did, and I don't know anything about this guy, but this is one of the ones evidently that YouTube is allowing to come back. So good for him. Another news. This is one that it probably won't hit a lot of you, but I know it probably hits Trippy because Trippy and I are in the same ballpark, I think, as far as age. AOL has officially shut down its dial-up internet service after 34 years. I think AOL, if I'm not mistaken, was one of the last ISPs out there that provided or had dial-up service still accessible or available to people. I honestly, truthfully, I could not imagine trying to surf the internet, do anything in 2025 with dial-up. I mean, if I go back into the recesses of my mind, I remember those days of dialing up, 56K baud modem, you dial in, and I don't know what the resolution is on a lot of those, because there was no YouTube back then, right? There was Bounds World, something like that, and a few other places that had video, places you could go to on the internet. But the video quality had to be, Lord, probably worse than 480. I mean, like, it was bad. And it still would take you 30 minutes to watch a 5-minute clip, right? Because it'd have to download all that. You sit there and you start it and you click on it to play, but then you have to pause it and wait for it to download, and you come back, get up and go get a coffee, make you a ham sandwich or something, and come back, and then you could watch the video clip. That was the life of the internet back then. It was not instantaneous. It wasn't, anything like that. And so, yeah, that was a thing. That's 100 years ago, it seems like. But no, actually, it was only, 34 years ago, whatever. Yeah, 24 years ago, whatever. I don't know. Anyway, no, it had to be 34 years ago. Yeah, something like that. So, Anyway, so here's this one's a doozy. This one is this came across my I guess you would say my radar, and I was like, what? Let's see if you guys remember this guy.
Overall crime has declined in most big cities around the U.S., but some of those trends have been going the other way here in Southern California.
These residents in this community, they are terrified. Crime spree triggering terror in the community.
These things are constantly happening. It's not easing up.
Imagine you're walking out to your car and this is what you see right there. The wheels are gone. It's apparently becoming an upsetting trend in LA.
Residents of a street in West Hollywood are pleading for help tonight after homeless people have overtaken the area.
But what's happening here is also happening in places all over LA County.
For decades, Democrats have had complete control over Los Angeles, nearly every local office and most congressional seats. And what have we gotten? A city that's less affordable.
That's right, guys. Everybody's favorite internet sensation, YouTube star, Dennis Fatoza, aka Deaf Noodles, is running for Congress in California. He's running for state rep.
Less safe, more corrupt than ever.
An LA City leader facing 2 more corruption charges.
Asked the head of IT to delete 2 emails allegedly sent to her from Mayor Bass.
According to the Department of Justice, local officials have been unable to account for billions of dollars allocated toward helping the homeless.
We've got the highest gas prices in the nation, energy bills skyrocketing, rent through the roof, grocery prices up every month, and more than 400,000 Angelenos gone in just a few years. The biggest exodus in the city's history. I've lived it, and that's why I'm running for Congress in California's 30th Congressional District. I'll fight to lower costs for working families. I'll expose the billions wasted on homelessness. I'll back our law enforcement and fund the police department. The people of Los Angeles shouldn't be living life on hard mode. But career politicians like
He got on that red pill. Maybe Trippy. I don't know. All I'll say is that if he's, and I don't, because I know there are parts of California that tend to be a little bit more conservative, right? But overall, the state is definitely more left leaning or more, I'll say, liberal in nature. But I running on a conservative platform about, accountability, lowering fuel prices, things like that, that is more usually typical, conservative talking points, man, that would be a tough one. But hey, the good news is our boy Deaf Noodles is still out there. I mean, was a successful YouTuber, was making, pretty good money, what have you. Decided to start up a comedy club. Well, that didn't work out so well for him. And so now he's going to be a politician. It seems like a natural progression to me. I wish the dude all the luck in the world. I hope he gets in there and gets part of that circus, because I think he'll fit right in. I really do. I think he'll fit right in. So anyway, yeah, man, that's crazy. I came across that. I was like, holy smokes. Is that our Deaf Noodles? Yep, it was. It was our Deaf Noodles, 100%. So, let's see, is there anything new popped up on the Twitter feed this morning? I'm going to be real careful. I don't want to pull a Tommy C and have a BBC up on my, so I'm going to do the doom scrolling, where you guys can't see it. Cause like I said, I don't want to be and I don't have to delete nothing. Let's see what here. What else is going on? Is there anything out there? I swear my Twitter feed is such a dumpster fire. It's just, if it's not AI slop, it's just nothing but constant political bitterness, backbiting, fighting, moaning, griping, and stuff. It's just, oh God, it's horrible. Okay. Anyway, I'm not seeing anything of it. A lot of stuff still going on out there about, of course, Hassan and the Collargate situation. I don't know. I put a tweet out about the other day. Listen, I don't know if he is shocking the dog or not. I don't know. What I do know is this is why is a dog of that size being forced to lay in one position for hours upon hours upon hours and not being allowed to get up, walk, stretch its legs, hell, just be a dog. That to me in itself is problematic. Get past the whole, was it a shock collar? Was it not a shock collar? I don't know. But I think that the dog is being forced just to lay on a damn pallet for that long is criminal, is absolutely criminal. So anyway, but he's got the liar skill. Yeah, he definitely has the liar skill, 1%. Talking about I'm assuming that was still probably talking about Fatoza. Dennis Fatoza over there, Deaf Noodles. So anyway, well, I don't see nothing popping up necessarily about what do you call it? On YouTube or whatever, or Twitter feed, whatever. And so I guess I'll wrap it up. Listen, guys, I know it's kind of a short one today, about 45 minutes. Normally I go an hour, but there was like I said, wasn't a whole lot going on. So anyway, you guys take it easy. Remember to keep your powder dry, and I will see you